So there's something very wrong with our educational system. I just got yelled out, like literally called out, and there are multiple people laughing at me because of one of the douchebags in my school said to me in front of teachers, and no one even bothered to at least cast a glare. No one. Now if this would work. Oh, this is shit. This isn't like... Okay, actually, taking phones and tablets is a good thing. Let's try society. Like, seriously, this is not just education anymore. Like, this is an American society thing. Like, it's fucked. Bitch, would you load? Ten things modern society has turned into social norms. Okay, first, close the ad. Fuck you. Review a bit. Confusing not having to justify our actions with being unable to justify our actions. Don't have to explain myself and can't explain myself are entirely different concepts. Don't have to is a defense mechanism for can't. People do incredibly stupid things to each other and reveal the fact that technically there's no explanation necessary. Life is a zero accountability store, let's break in and loot. We're convinced that inconsiderate or irrational behavior shows some odd form of confidence because you don't worry about being well-liked or clarifying your actions to others. Entirely too often, the simple fact is we can't justify bad things that we've done. We're replacing the phrase, call an ambulance, are you recording this? Hey, Hey, I'm drowning in a lake. Would you mind recording this so, this gets away? Now, see if this was me and be like, hey, I'm drowning in a lake. Would you mind calling for help instead of, trying to get YouTube famous or something? Like, seriously. Like, I don't want an Instagram filter on my death. Come on, bruh. Doing idiotic things and call it a prank. Any day now, the YouTube prankster will die because they try to do something moronic to the wrong person. Their subpar explanation plea of, wait, it's a prank, just a prank, won't work. They'll suffer the harshest of penalties. It's incredible the stuff people are pulling off that's gone from invasive to aggressive to testing patience and now double dog daring someone to physically harm them. Jackasses. 1. Pranks in the hood. Go to a poor neighborhood full of minorities and harass them till they lash out. 2. Surprise kiss girls. Prank. Go up to girls and kiss them on the mouth without permission. Usually they'll have a lady close their eyes or something. Prankster / pervert pretends to somehow amusing and adorable. That's not funny or adorable. That's sexual harassment. Here's the thing. If you have to force it or prank them, or without permission, it's harassment. If you have to force, it's rape. Pretend to, just because they don't say no, doesn't mean they're saying yes. Pretend to steal someone's stuff, pretend you're going to kill them. Prankster will ask to use a person's phone, then run off with it, or place a briefcase next to someone and run if it's the... What the fuck? People do this shit? Idiots. Choosing to try recording evidence of every experience instead of actually living the moment. Like, why do people do this? I mean, you could share something, or you could live the moment. Choose one. Abusing internet anonymity. Internet commenters are like ultra malicious versions of Simon Cowell on steroids. Many aren't just harsh critics, they're out for blood. It's making us an insensitive bunch. I thought that said bitch. Sensitive bunches. Cowards can anonymously say horrible things and never have to see the results of their mean-spirited words. We don't have a human person legitimately sad or crying their eyes out in front of us. We can only downvote or hopelessly reply and move on. Making everything about ourselves. Look at me volunteering! Look at me handing this homeless man $1! Look at me taking the ice bucket challenge! Hey, guess what? It's not for ASL, so why don't you just go fuck yourself? 7. Having a desire for achievements without valuing the actual need. I want 10,000 Instagram followers, but I don't care about building a relationship with those people. I just want them to suddenly exist and praise all my posts. I want to have a lot of money, but I don't want to, do stuff to earn that wealth. Hey, bitches. There ain't a God. There isn't a God out there, even if he did exist, that would just give you your stuff. If a person in the world dies every 2 to 3 seconds, and you're praying for a math test, over 1,200 people will die in your math test, but oh look, you're praying to God, so you got a B+ in your math test. Good job for you. Fuck you. Here we go. 8. Aggressively bashing and or mocking different belief systems and personal lifestyle. It's almost as if peacefully disagreeing is an option. We have to yell or turn on caps lock to aggressively educate any buffoon who doesn't agree with us. It's sad because this internet offers an opportunity to be introduced and learn about various cultures, perspectives, and opinions, yet so many people shut down and hate on anything that doesn't fit their system. We have every reason to be the most tolerant, empathetic, humane generation in the world you will ever see, yet you turn on the news or go to any YouTube comment section, it's clear that we aren't. 9. Holding a large percentage of communication. Okay, I'm actually not that, well, considering that I have social anxiety, texting is actually pretty damn great for me because I'm an awkward person, so... Oversharing all the things. Not every little thing your brain spews out needs to be photographed, video recorded, or written into 140 characters or less. What the hell? Twitter, 140 to only 20. I can't go under 90. That's awful, man. If I want to tweet something good, I need more space. Shared with masses and potentially permanent, inerasable abyss. It's not like someone's got you at gunpoint forcing you to use social media. If they do, chances are it's just a YouTube prank to lighten up. Yeah. Things wrong with the U.S. I can name a lot. Republicans. There we go. That's what's wrong. Republicans. guess this bitch would load. 10 everyday things we're doing completely incorrectly. Oh, number 10 is having sex. The entry has very little to do with people's personal preferences in the bedroom. Those things are better left behind closed doors. What does involve the purpose of sexual intercourse, most common yet ineffective practices for doing it. According to a recent documentary, the reason men are more generously endowed than our primate counterparts is because of our desire to stand erect. No pun intended. I get it. As a human form became upright, female anatomy changed, making it harder to reach our target destination. As a result, productive organs became longer. Evolution also chose to focus on the buttocks of female as an indicator of health and availability. Seeing a female from behind incites the mating instinct in males. A posture also above, which allows greater pleasure for the female. It seems to nature's kinky plan that we should mate from rear entry position. It wasn't until the 1600s when missionaries began to move new laws that a new standard was introduced, which was less animalistic. On lathering soap, the general consensus is that good, strong leather makes cleaner, more sterile hands. In reality, it's almost completely backward. The confusion comes down to lack of understanding how soap actually works. Soap and detergent products have chemicals in them called... Alright, you can fuck that. Shoe tying. Oh great, we're giving birth wrong too. Dude, I'm looking for what's wrong with society. Everything. Dude, we're using everything wrong now. To move you a bit. And I'll say right there as soon as this fucker loads. Alright, here we go. Alright. Who's a derpy puppy? According to the Economic Policy Institute, almost 25% of U.S. households now have zero net worth or negative net worth. Back in 2000, the number was just 18.6%. According to the Pentagon, the cost of the first week of attacks on Libya was $600 million. 3 of the major food producers are shrinking the size of the packages so that they won't have to raise prices. New York Times recently did a story about one woman who was absolutely shocked when she started keeping track of shrinking package sizes at a supermarket. Alright. Mini canned vegetables dropped to 13 or 14 ounces from 16. Boxes of baby wipes went to 72 from 80. Sugar was stacked in 4-pound, not 5-pound bags. What the hell? For it is being projected for the first time ever that the nation's going over $1 trillion from exporting oil this year. But according to recent census report, 13 of all homes in the United States are staying empty. 20% of all electricity in the United States is produced by nuclear power plants. Many of these plants are very similar to damage reactors at the Fukushima nuclear complex in Japan. Son, Barack Obama plans that radiation from the nuclear disaster in Japan will not be a problem in the United States, but it showed up in milk and so. Okay, hang on. Just because, yes, he said the word promise, but now he could have said most likely, and people think, oh, he promised. Okay, bruh. It's a thing of where you buy your milk from. Not, oh my god, it's in the where you buy your milk from. 8. Dallas Federal Reserve Bank President Richard Fisher recently. If we continue down the path on which the fiscal authorities put us, we become insolvent. The question when. Okay, I don't care. How is that a big deal? Trying to produce 19.8% of all goods consumed in the world last year. The United States only produced 19.4%. Because it's a big deal. Okay, supply. Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a problem. I can see how that's a problem. Group is a big deal. Okay, people don't get what a big deal is. Now, today in the U.S., national debt is over 14 times larger than it was back in 1981. Yeah, that's a big deal. Most of these aren't. Are you okay over there? You're making noises. Is my Blackie okay? Is my Blackie boy okay? Where's the Blackie? This is a person who commented, with everything wrong in America, it's a wonder people still call it the greatest nation in the world. I know, right? I agree, stop voting. Better still, talk to your neighbors and organize a mess. Boycott. The only way to get those politicians working is stop paying them. They keep talking about how they get it, but when they do something stupid, like going on a 2-week break, they say they are tired and need a break. But they are quite willing to orchestrate a government shutdown, which would have ruined the lives of millions of people. Do you want to be the legacy of the country? George Washington was right. Take his advice and stop supporting the parties. If you want to be free, stop voting. Don't vote! Don't vote! Well, if you're a Republican, don't vote. Bruh, seriously, you okay? Is there a fucking fly in here? This person said, is the nation doomed? Yes, I believe so. Tax the rich, spread the wealth. Rising inequality in wealth income shrinking equals shrinking opportunity. My question is, who cares? We all knew Americans were dumb as hell decades ago. This is nothing new. Actually, I welcome it. If my countrymen want to be idiots, it's fine by me. My kids will be happy to employ your kids. I once dated a girl who refused to read the opening prologue to a movie, stating, I don't read things if I don't want to. I never saw her again. Seriously, bro. What's that?
outside? Come on, let's go outside.
Be right back.
Come on, let's go outside.
At least for me, isn't that a... This for me isn't all that alarming. I guess it would be more shocking if I hadn't already watched all this crap for decades. America may seem like it just had a massive unexpected crash, but for me this has been a predictable slow motion train wreck for a long time. Let's just give a round of applause to this man with common sense. There's something very wrong with our educational system in America. If you can't see it, you're obviously not a Democrat. I'm just saying. Oh, we should raise money funding a war. Like, I don't get it. How can we fund an entire fucking war, but not feed and shelter the homeless? Because the wars are more important to getting our social status important, but our people don't matter. Yeah, America sucks ass, people. Get over it. America!